Imagine you're managing a ton of leads, juggling open houses, responding to endless clients' inquiries. Now imagine all that daily grind transformed, made effortless, streamlined by technology so powerful it's like having your own personal assistant available 24/7. Hi, I'm Aziza, a co founder of an AI based community where we help people make sense of AI through digital courses, challenges, and masterminds. And through my agency, AZ Media, we build growth systems that integrate AI solutions into marketing and sales engines, as well as attract leads with demand generation tactics. Today, I'm here to show you exactly how to bring AI into your business in ways you never thought possible before.
Happy Friday. How many of you thought that this was AI? This video that you just watched? Completely generated by AI, voice, script, video. I can make 20 of these a day and send every single one of you thanking you for attending this presentation today. So these are the incredible things that we can do with artificial intelligence, and I'm here to share some of those tactics and strategies with you guys today and tools that we can implement with artificial intelligence. This video is about a year old, and I wanted to share a snippet of that video with you. This is Imad Mastaki. He is very known in the AI space, and I wanted to share just a quick snippet of this video of what he was predicting about a year ago with artificial intelligence and where we are today.
By next year, end of the year, I believe you'll have ChatGPT on your mobile phone.
Say that one more time.
By the end of next year, you'll have ChatGPT on your mobile phone without internet.
Today, the world changes.
This is a regime change. 4 of the top 10 App Store apps in December were based on Stable Diffusion. 41% of all code on GitHub right now is AI generated. We have figured out how to make humans scale. So you have this amazing thing that can create anything.
How far out are you able to see? Can you have a sense of predicting where we are in 10 years?
I can't see past 5 years.
There's enough fear, and some of it is deserved, but there also needs to be hope.
Humans are humans. Bring them the information that creates the most value and you will change the world.
I'm excited to share with you one of the most extraordinary conversations a friend, someone I've had on this.
Yeah, we can stop. So essentially, what he's saying is that we're given a tool. So the way that I look at artificial intelligence is the way that we look at the internet. With internet, we're able to create businesses. We're able to innovate the way we work. We're able to get faster, better, and we're able to connect to the entire world with just the click of a button. And I look at artificial intelligence technology in the same way that it allows us to become super agents, super companies, companies that are run by AI completely with our systems, our processes, and our information. So is AI going to replace us? I don't think so. Is AI replacing real estate agents? I don't think so either. But if you can train AI to schmooze clients at open houses, maybe, but we're not there yet. So how do we use our skills, our strengths, which is essentially closing deals, making relationships, figuring out people without having to do all the mundane work that we always have to do that slows us down? So the way that I look at it is we become superhuman, almost. This is a really interesting ad. Since I'm in marketing and I'm obsessed with ads, I always look at them. It says, hey, ChatGPT, finish this building. Obviously, it can't. So our skills are still replaceable. And in the real estate space, especially, it's essential that we keep that human connection. One thing I'd like to say is that we probably are working too hard because of where we're used to working and we're not aware, or maybe it's a change, right? So change is always hard, and implementing technology is not always easy, especially in the existing ecosystem of your business, existing ecosystem, how you work, operate, and perform duties. Essentially, you're required to change the way you work. This is a chart here on the screen that you see. If you utilize AI and you just get 20% more efficient every day. So an agent in the green is regular agent or regular company, and in the purple is the ones using AI. This is called the compound effect. So each time you're compounding yourself each month by 20%, in 11 months, this is where you compare to the other agents, that's like by 500% increase in productivity. So you're cloning yourself. And it goes back to that video that we just watched where he said we figure out how to scale humans. And that's the magic of it. Because if the more that we use artificial intelligence, the more powerful we become. As I mentioned, AI is like an internet. So we have few layers to the artificial intelligence, right? The way that we're utilizing it today. Layer one are the visionaries, engineers that are building around this technology. So they're implementing it into their tools, into their workflow, and then providing it to the end user. So anything that you see that is AI enhanced, so to say, right? All of the tools, CRMs are implementing it. We're seeing it on our phones. And what they're doing is they're just using this smart technology to improve our day-to-day work. And then we have to, as end users, tap into it. As end users, someone like myself, we have tools. We have tools that we can utilize, that we can start implementing in our work, day-to-day life, so we can improve our productivity, so we can be more productive, we can make more money, and we can do the things that we actually enjoy doing instead of doing things that we don't, and let artificial intelligence do it. So as end users, we tap into the tools, but then their innovators, visionaries, and engineers build around this technology. So what they do is, just like somebody took internet and created Amazon, they're taking artificial intelligence and creating all these different tools that you see coming up all over internet, all over kind of like productivity tools, etc. So I'm here to talk about how AI can actually help you build relationships and close more deals and leverage your time into things that actually matter. How many of you in this room feel like there's never enough time in a day to follow up with every lead, to start with, to generate new leads, to nurture and manage client relationships, because you're just one person and you got a lot of things that you have to do? And I feel that way too. And I like to use AI in every single way possible. So number one thing that we spend too much time on, we spend too much time looking for leads. But instead, we'd rather be building relationships and closing deals because we feel like that's the bottom line. When it comes to lead generation and artificial intelligence, so I've been doing lead generation and customer acquisition for over 10 years now. And there are different channels and different ways that you can get new customers that is extremely powerful. With artificial intelligence, where it is enhancing us is within the CRM systems that we have. So automating things in terms of lead generation. When we talk about lead generation, can come from different sources: social media, PR, articles, etc. And essentially there is a system of how you generate these leads. You either put out content, you either put out an ad, you put out a billboard, and that from then on, there is a system that lead would go through. It's called customer journey. So what we do is that you can automate that stuff. So once they see a billboard, they see an ad, they click something, and then we follow a series of steps to take them into a place where they're ready to buy without you having to intervene yourselves. An example of something like that would be the video that you saw. You could create videos like that with AI tools. That one is called HeyGen, and there's also Synthesia that you can use to create those videos. So if, for example, a lead came in and they automatically got that video of, you showing them a presentation of the market, or you making it super personalized, because you can personalize it to them. All you do is plug in a script into the model, and then it generates that video for you. So if it's a client's name, if it's their life situation, whatever it may be, where you've met them, how they found out about you, again, from the billboard, from an ad, from a word of mouth, from a referral, etc. So those are the things that we can automate into existing workflows. So one thing that I say is just make sure you're leveraging CRM within your brokerage, or if you have a brokerage, to also, it's very important to leverage those CRM tools and automation tools where you can plug that in. So you can create your own customer journey of, like, pretty much what I like to say is, if every one of us has a process of how we operate and work. And if you map that process and that system, that AI can follow that system. When I talk about system and I talk about algorithms, what I mean is, have you guys ever talked about something like wanting to buy a stroller or looking for a new car, and all of a sudden you see it all over internet, social media, on sites? You're like, why is this following me? How do they know? I swear my phone's listening to me. it's essentially algorithms, and that's artificial intelligence at work. So it analyzes your behavior online. So anything that you do, clicking on an email, clicking on social media posts, that's why we have to agree to all these privacy policies, and that's why marketers like me go stalk people on the internet. So essentially, what the way that would work is that somebody's just getting married, so obviously they're going to need a home, or somebody is getting pregnant, so obviously they're going to need to move into a bigger place, or they're going to need a minivan. So the way that artificial intelligence technology and algorithm works is that we say, hey, we noticed you bought a minivan. Do you want to upgrade to a 4-bedroom? And that's an automated response that can come from a CRM, essentially, if it's trained that way to do so, or if you have a journey or a path that people follow. So what if you had a tool that was AI powered that predicts when homeowners are most likely to sell within the 18 months? And that's possible today. The way that it is implemented is AI essentially is about data and systems. So when you give it good data and you give it a good system, it can do magic. It can do things that it would take us way longer and not as accurate. So actually Propy has a tool like this, and I encourage you guys to check it out, where they use extremely powerful data sources to deliver that information. The second thing that we do is we spend too much time nurturing leads, and that's keeping up with conversations, and that gets difficult. So the way that I would do it and currently do it is that I map out my process. Whenever I got a new lead, now in 3 months, instead of marking my calendar, I put it in a CRM. In 3 months, I want to follow up because they said they're going to move. So I'm going to follow up with them in 3 months with an automated sequence of, hey, Sherry, how are you doing today? Would you like to, remember we connected at XYZ? And all of this would be essentially automated. And the way that it is possible to do is leveraging AI bots. You can leverage AI bots inside communication channels: Instagram, WhatsApp, SMS, email, website, third-party website. All of this can be implemented into your site, into your existing communication channels. And all you have to do is just train the bot to talk the way that you do and give it a goal. So your goal is to follow up and nurture leads, and you are going to follow up in this matter. So those are the different things that you can leverage today, that I'm going to share with you some tools that you can use to do that. So if I had $1 for every time I meant to call a lead, I'll probably have enough money to buy the houses I'm selling. And those are the problems that we all have, and including myself, so guilty of that as well. So when you leverage artificial intelligence and you leverage those tools and bots, as well as calling agents, you avoid that. Nothing slips through the cracks because you have a system and a process that they go through, a nurturing process. First, a lead generation process, and the second process is lead nurturing process. All of this with AI enhanced. So actually, the best realtors are just really good marketers in reality. I'm really big on analysis. So when you look at really successful realtors and brokerages, what they do is they really do very well marketing. They're staging things right. They're communicating with the person. They understand the pain points of their buyer, seller. They can present themselves well. They can present their firm well, etc. So all of that is essentially marketing. So I want to talk about mindset shift. So a lot of the times when we see a new tool, a new technology, we automatically resist, and that's human nature, because we are used to it's our brain's way to protect our time and energy, because it's too hard, it's too complicated. We don't want to understand it. I want to talk about how do we embrace this technology and how do we use it to actually improve ourselves. And going from a mindset from I don't have time to learn about it to how do I become the mass marketer? How do I implement artificial intelligence, even if it's just day to day, even if it's just me downloading ChatGPT on my phone and using it on day-to-day basis. Those are the baby steps that are going to make you efficient. From the chart that I showed you earlier, where you are just going to become maybe 20% better than you were last month or faster. And then the next month you become even faster because now you have more tools. And then when it comes to competition, you're completely ahead of your competitors or like other agents, because you can do so much more just yourself. So as the potential, AI has the potential, but you are the power behind it. So a lot of the times when we use artificial intelligence, it's too generic. It doesn't understand what we want. And the skill set is what everyone is saying, and I agree with that to an extent, is prompting. But prompting is really putting your thoughts, direction, and instructions into AI for it to generate the information in the way that you want. A lot of the times, I talk to people, they're like, oh, it's too generic. It's not the way I write. It could never tweet like me. It could never write like me. I'm like, it actually can. AI is really good at pattern recognition. When you give it a really good pattern, really good instructions, it will generate the information that you need. When I talk to AI, when I have to develop anything, a campaign, I could spend 3 hours in the chat talking to AI to explain what is it actually that I want. Then I create a process out of it. Then I teach it. The instructions that I provide to AI are 16, 20 pages long, because those are the instructions I personally follow, and I want it to do the work the way that I would do it, not the way that it thinks it should do it. So that's the power. Now I've created a process and I've automated that process, and that's just very simple. So now I want to share some of my favorite tools that I use day-to-day basis that you can leverage. So number one tool, as I've already mentioned, is the tapping into looking at companies that leverage AI in the space, understanding where their data comes from so you can vet them and understand how you can save time with their tools that you're tapping into, that they're building out. And then on top of that, just trying to be more efficient human being and just using third-party tools that can help you with your day-to-day life. AI headshots, really nice. As you guys saw, I have an AI headshot that I've been using for all my appearances, even on social media. And you can generate these for business cards. You can generate these for the team. You can generate these, and these actually come out pretty good. So it's called Insta headshots. And for those of you who are interested, if you don't have time or able to scan these, to keep up at the end of this, I can send you guys this copy of this presentation, so you can just click the links. This presentation is also made by AI. And I'll share the tool that I do these presentations with. Virtual Staging AI. So it's a virtual staging app where you can essentially create looks, and that would make it really powerful to send to clients, to give them a visual. AI avatars, as I mentioned, HeyGen and Synthesia. Those are my favorite, and I also like to leverage it in the prospecting part. So if I met somebody, or I can create a video about it, I've created meditations with it, I've created all kinds of different things where you can send personalized notes to clients, even if they're 30 seconds long or 15 seconds. Send it with proposals. You could plug a presentation right behind it. You could make it into a circle, and it's very, very easy to use. It's just a few clicks of a button, and you can send personalized presentations to clients, etc. Copywriting and research. ChatGPT is obviously great for copywriting if you train it the right way. For research, I like to use Gemini. Gemini is a Google's tool that is owned by Google, so it's really good at research. It knows everything that we have online. Copy AI and Jasper are pretty much tools that plug into existing technology and trained to write copy a certain way. So you kind of like, they guide you. Pick a tone, pick a style, what are you trying to write? And it's almost like using ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, but with guided instructions. And that's how they created these brands. AI presentation is what I'm using right now. It's called Gamma App. It can create a presentation for you, and it's extremely easy to format presentations, drop QR codes in here, generate images with AI right in here, plug in information from the internet extremely fast. So instead of, sitting with PowerPoint for hours and trying to make it look good, it just does it for you. AI podcast editing. If any of you create content and you have long form either into your content, you can drop a long form video into Opus Clip, and it will cut it into 30 short form videos with subtitles that you can post on social media easily. That's extremely powerful tool, and it cuts like pretty good clips, and it gets better and better. I think in the next few months, it's going to even be, it cuts out clips that are important. AI chatbot. So chatbots, those are, really depends. You can train chatbots. There are tools that some of you might probably not want to get into that, but there are tools online that are free, completely free. You could train the chatbot, and you can plug it into your SMS, into your WhatsApp, into your Instagram, into your socials, that would nurture leads, that would talk to people. And these chatbots can be trained to do different things. So they can either be an outbound chatbot, so where they reach out to cold leads, or they can be a nurturing chatbot. And you can, Once you build them, you can implement them. There are tools that you can use like ManyChat. They have some kind of like off-the-shelf tools, but essentially, once you have the training data, there is if you scan this code, there's an article on a bunch of chatbots that are great for real estate. So there's a list on this one particularly, so you can pick one that might make sense for you. AI calling agents, those are extremely powerful as well. Those are the agents could be trained to call people on your behalf or to also to close leads, call people, or answer the phone inbound. So inbound and outbound. They're not amazing yet, but I would suggest to start gathering training material to start training those and leveraging those even in outside markets because they can speak any language. So imagine an AI bot calling everybody in Dubai talking about real estate in Miami. So, or in another country speaking another language and getting you those leads, and that's extremely powerful while you're just sitting and relaxing on the beach. Talking head videos, Submagic creates videos just like this in few clicks. And mini website. So that's kind of like my favorite thing, and I'll show you mine too, where you can just grab and put a bunch of links. Obviously, we're running out of time a little bit here, so that's why we're going to be hosting a webinar next week on all of this and diving deeper into AI bots, how to leverage it into your day-to-day. I just ran through this quickly here, but if you want to register for this webinar, we're going to be hosting it on Wednesday, November 13th at 10:30. If you can scan this QR code, you can go ahead and register, and I'll see you there. And then also, if you wanted to create or grab this presentation and fill out this quick form, and it will send you automatically this link to the presentation, link to the webinar, as well as our 7-day challenge from the community, which is completely free. It's only 10 minutes a day. So you can leverage AI in your day-to-day. So if you fill out this form, it will automatically send you all those 3 links, as well as to this presentation. Perfect. Thank you, everyone.